Jimmy, what's going on? I had to fix Taurus's reading real quick. Sorry for the delay there and the quietness, but I hope all is well, Jimmy. Um, it is Virgo season, so I want to ensure that we show some love to our fellow Virgos, your fellow mutable sign, uh, fellow mutable sign member. It is Sunday the 31st. Happy Labor Day to those who are involved and indulge in the celebration of those who, uh, you know, are out here protecting and serving the public. All right, we definitely appreciate you. This is going to be a general read, so for Gemini placement, no matter where Gemini is in your chart, because we all got it somewhere. All right, and right now there's a planet there, so everybody's Gemini house is being affected. Uranus is there, and there's a whole lot of. First of all, we say happy birthday to Virgo, right? Happy birthday to all the Virgos. We love you. We appreciate you. It's your solar return. So, send them some peace, love, blessing, and prosperity, right? Now, Jimmy, you got Uranus in your first house. There's a lot of planetary changes going on for the Virgo season, a lot. All right, I'm going to just run down some of the changes just so for those of you who are astrologically inclined, you are aware of, as above, so below. And, that there's going to be a lot of shifting and changing going on. So you may be feeling some things, right? Um, but let's start with the new moon. There's two new moons in Virgo season this year. Usually we just have one new moon, but every once in a while, once a season will have two new moons. Well, it's Virgo. All right. So the first new moon occurred on August 23rd. Um, and then we have the second one on September 21st as we get ready to go into Libra season. Now, everything that's going on in between that is this. So, Saturn is currently in retrograde in Aries. On the 1st of September, it is retrograding back into Pisces. So, in some areas of the world, it already has moved back into Pisces. Okay. Um, so, for Gemini, for you, 12, 11 is going from your 11th house to your 10th house. Okay. So, your friends, your association, your groups, and even maybe your work dynamic. Okay, or how you're seen at work, or how your reputation in general, with Saturn there in retrograde. Okay, and then that's going on the first, and then on the second, Mercury is moving out of Libra. I'm sorry, Mercury's moving out of Leo and going into Virgo, and then on the sixth, Uranus is in your first house. It's going retrograde. So you may already be feeling that energy. Uranus is like a energy of revolt, something happening out of the blue. Um, all of a sudden out of the blue. So you may be experiencing some things that might like surprises. It could be good surprise or bad surprise, you're just left with whatever's left and you gotta go from there. But that's how quick Uranus is. Like the surprise or the revolt could just be as quick as lightning. So Uranus is synonymous with lightning. Okay. Um, so that's what's going on the 6th in your first house. Then on the 19th, Venus leaves Leo and goes into Virgo. And then on the 22nd, Mars leaves Libra and goes into Scorpio. So, and then you got your full moon in Pisces on the 7th. Okay. So there's a lot going on. A lot going on. Okay. So let's pull some cards and see how these energies could be affecting you, what the trajectory looks like, or what you could be going through right now. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Make sure you subscribe, yo. Hit that notification bell. That way you'll know when I post again. Especially if the readings resonate with you. But check out your other placements. Check out the other readings. Okay? Because you're not just Gemini. All right? You got every sign in your chart. Every sign is in your chart. And even if you don't have a planet there natally, you may have one right now. Okay? So it is affecting you whether you realize it or not. So you may want to, astrologically, if you're inclined enough, you may want to check out what's going on there. All right, let's see. Messages for Jimmy. 5 of Swords. When I was shuffling and meditating on your energy, I just kept hearing that song by Faith Evans. I never knew there was a love like this before. Never had someone to show me love. I don't know why that came to me, but I was just humming that and singing that while I was shuffling earlier before I turned the camera on. So I don't know if you're dealing with, you met somebody, all right, Maybe some of you have, or maybe some of you will. Okay, that could be what that Uranus energy is. Maybe you'll meet somebody, and it's just out of the blue. Never knew, never knew, never had someone show me love. I can't sing, but love like this before. I'm Five of Swords, Eight of Swords, Tower energy in reverse, Ten of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. What's going on, Jimmy? All right. So there could be, I don't know. Okay, so with my readings, Gemini could be doing some dirt, or Gemini could be on the receiving end of the dirt. So you could be giving dirt, dishing dirt to somebody, or somebody could be dishing dirt to you. Take it how it resonates. More so, if you're a Gemini ascendant, you could be just watching the dirt being thrown. Okay. Uh, so I don't know if you are and how much you're involved, if you're like an instigator, or if you're just a bystander with the popcorn and shit. That's if you're ascendant. If you're a sun sign, somebody could be throwing dirt at you. If you are a moon sign, I'm sorry, if you're a sun sign, you could be throwing dirt at somebody. If you're a moon sign, somebody could be throwing dirt at you. All right. And it can be intertwined depending on if you're in your negative energy of those of signs, or if you're in your positive aspect of it. Okay. So just to give you a general understanding. Now, there's some type of strategy going on here. Okay. And somebody can't figure something out. It's like, yo, I can't figure out what's going on, so I'm trying to prepare. I'm trying to figure out what I could do and what I can't do, because I really don't know what's coming. I feel something. I know something is up, but let me just get myself prepared just in case. So you could be sensing something. That could be that Uranus energy. Like something going down. Something gonna happen any minute. It's like, yo, I know something's up. You could feel it in the air. I could feel it in the air. Don't mind me. I'm thinking of is that Benny Siegel, the theme song when on his theme song, I could feel it in the air. For those of you who know, you know what I'm talking about. But that's what I'm hearing. It's like you could feel it. It's change is coming, right? And that's what Uranus deals with. It deals with change, and you are change as well, because you go from idea to the next. So you could really be trying to figure out things. Okay, what is hidden from you is some shit already occurred, or what's hidden from you is how to avoid whatever's coming. Okay, with the tower energy in reverse. So it could have already happened and you don't know it, or some shit went down. It's like some shit went down, you just don't know what. So you're just trying to prep. So, like, for example, say it's something that went down in the workplace, right? It's like, oh, okay. Or they passed some type of law. It's like, okay. So let me get ready for the trickle down effect and how it's going to affect me. Let me try to figure out what I need to do. Or maybe you're trying to figure out what actually happened so you could prepare. All right. Because with the Ten of Pentacles here, you're trying to protect your money. You're trying to protect your legacy, trying to protect your finances. You could be trying to protect your property, your assets, what have you. All right. So okay. So like I said, it could be some type of law that might have gone into effect, or going to go into effect. And so maybe your property and and everything that you own, your assets. Okay. Maybe you're deciding that you're going to put your assets into a holding company. So you're going to form an LLC to make sure that, in the event that there's some type of like, say you get into some type of legal dispute with somebody and they know that you're well off and you got money, you putting your assets into a holding company will protect people from being able to tap into your business. So say you own, property, you got money, you got assets, right? You got a business, whatever, right? But you have significant assets that you would want to protect. And say you're out and about and you get into a car accident, right? And the person is trying to sue you. If you don't have your assets protected in an LLC or a holding company, people can not only sue you personally, but they could tap into your business. You know what I'm saying? It's, and sue you for money in your business. So that's just a hint to some people. You may want to get your paperwork in order. Okay, if you have a business and you're making a certain amount of money, or you're growing your business and you have assets, you want to put your assets into a holding company. It's like called a corporate veil, protecting your corporate assets or your business assets from any type of personal liability that may come about as you go about your day. So the outcome here is the Nine of Cups. This is what's going to make you happy. This is what's going to make you feel secure and stable. Okay. Some of you, maybe you're going through a separation or a divorce, or you know your partner is going to come to you on some bullshit. Or when I was saying in the beginning, okay, this is what I'm getting for sure. Like I was singing the Faith Evans song, never had a love like this before. Maybe some of you are preparing in the event that you separate. It's like, yo, I love you. I love you. I want to be with you. Let's be together. Okay, but let's sit down first. Let's talk about this. Let's decide now. In the event that things don't work out for us, let's put pen to paper now and make sure that, everything, now that we're in good vibe, we're in good energy with each other, and we're gonna go ahead and take things to the next level. We're gonna get married. We're gonna move in. We're gonna go into business together. Whatever the situation is, let's put pen to paper now. Meaning, put legal document in place saying what would happen in the event we decided to go our separate ways. Let's do it while we're in this good energy now, so that in the event something does happen and we do have to go our separate ways or some negative shit happens, at least we put pen to paper while we were in good energy, so that in the end, no matter what happens between us, we both get what's fair to us. You see what I'm saying? Some people don't look at shit like that. Well, you planning for the worst. You ain't listen. 50% of divorce, 50% of marriages end in divorce. Okay, it would behoove you while you are in good spirits, right before you're about to move in with each other, right before you're about to get together, to say, okay, well, let's sit down and make sure that in the event we separate or we divorce, which could be 20 years down the line, it may not be at all. But in the event it happens, we want to make sure that we're fair to one another. So let's put pen to paper now and make it fair, so that in the end we not fighting like savage and doing people doing each other dirty because we hate each other because so much shit transpired. Let's at least let the breakup be fair. You know what I'm saying? Like some people don't think like that, but I do. Anyway, so it could be something like that going on here. Okay, somebody may have to borrow. Somebody could be refinancing, um, or they may need to borrow, or they're tapping into their insurance policy. Okay, somebody may have taken out an insurance policy, so that in the event something happens, they got money to lean on. I'm getting that too. Clarify this Five of Swords. That's one too many. Five of Swords, please. Five of Swords is clarified, but eternal love. What I'm telling you, okay? What's this Eight of Swords? It's like you don't know how things are going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen with the Eight of Swords. So you want to prepare, just in case. Yeah, origin. So you prepare in the beginning. Exactly. You plant the seeds now of where you want things to go, how you want things to happen, so that moving forward in the event that you get to the end, shit is all good. Or it's handled fairly, all right, and legally, all right, because we both were involved in setting it up. Calm, exactly. I can't make this up. I can't make this shit up. Yep. So somebody's protecting their assets with fright and Ten of Pentacles. And then we have collaboration and Nine of Cups. I can't make this up. I literally just explained everything that the cards just said. Okay? With the Tower energy in reverse and calm. It's like you want to be able to, in the midst of disaster and after everything is over, we want to make sure that, we maintain some type of peace, and putting paper into pen now with the Eight of Swords and the origin energy will make sure that we are good in the end. No matter what happens, people are treated fairly. Also, what I'm getting is some of you may already have assets and you have a business and things like that, and you may be considering getting married. What you may want to do is put your stuff in a trust. Okay, you may want to talk to a lawyer, to be brutally honest about that. You may want to put your stuff in a trust, your house, your business, and things like that before you get married. And you don't got to tell your partner that you got it in a trust. It ain't none of their motherfucking business. This is your shit. You earned this shit before you met this person. So if you earned this shit before you met this person and you meet somebody and it's like, oh my God, I'm in love, well, let's get married. And this person is like, yeah, let's get married. Yeah, my husband, like say you a man and you got a house, say you own a car business, you got a fleet of cars, you got like 10 cars, and so that's assets. So you want to put all of that into like a trust or a holding company, before you get married. Like take care of your legal business before you get married. And your partner don't have to know nothing about it, because you never know. This person that you meet, they could be looking at you like, you a big ass dollar sign, a big juicy fat dollar sign. You look good, right? And then you coming on to them and they like, ooh yeah, and you sexy, and you a big fat juicy dollar sign. I do. Give me my ring, right? And then, this person is looking at you like, yeah, okay, we married now, so, whatever go down, we this is what the law is saying is I'm gonna get this and I'm gonna get that. But in reality, you don't already have business and they don't even know nothing about it. You know, may have put assets in your mama name, or you may have put your assets in your uncle's name or another family member. So and I've read stories about this. Like uh people who play sports have done this. I think Chris Brown did it. I think he got all his assets and everything in his mom's name, so that in the event he gets married and the women want to act crazy when it's time to separate or divorce and try to get everything he got, they can't get shit. You know what I'm saying? They can only get whatever they agree upon once they get, you know what I'm saying? So you got to protect your assets. This one getting here, protect your neck. Wu-Tang style. Protect your neck. Protect your neck. For real, for real. Okay. It's like you hope for the best, but you plan for the worst. I mean, and that's logical in the society that we're living in. Now, some people don't agree with that, but those is only people who don't think logically, people who think with their emotion, and people who don't deal with the reality of the situation. Look at the stats. Okay, come on now. What's wrong with someone protecting themselves? Ain't a goddamn thing wrong with that. Okay, ain't a thing wrong with it. Tell me about this eternal love that you think gonna be eternal and maybe it won't. Who knows? Okay, you may want that, but maybe it won't be. Yeah, two of wands. You're trying to figure out which way to go with this eternal love and this five of swords. How can I be strategic and making this last? But I gotta prepare just in case. Okay, some of you may have an option as to who you're gonna be with. That's another thing here going on. Some of you could be coming out of a relationship with somebody that you built some assets with. And now you're getting with someone new and you're trying to figure out how to finagle that legally. Here's the King of Swords energy in reverse. See, somebody may not see, if you don't have paperwork, see, because here's the Eight of Swords, the origin, and then the King of Swords in reverse. Some of you, you're just doing whatever you want without getting a lawyer or having somebody legally. Like a lawyer is a King of Swords. Okay. King of Swords could be a lawyer, it could be an attorney, accountant, okay, your CPA, okay. This is somebody who deals with contracts, okay. So for some of you, that's what you need to do. That's the challenge situation here. You're not doing that. You didn't get a lawyer. You might get married to somebody, or you're like, how can I get, maybe, how can I, because this is somebody scheming on somebody's assets. I'm telling you right now. Protect your neck. Yeah, here's a Five of Pentacle energy in reverse. This is what's hidden. It's like this person is like, yo, after we get divorced or separated, or after we break up, I'm gonna be cool because I know I got money coming. Okay? This is what's hidden from you. This is how this person is looking at you. They're looking at you as a big fat juicy dollar sign. I'm telling you. And this is where you are with the Ten of Pentacles in fright. So you could already be in this situation. Now you're worried because this person's going to take your shit because you didn't put pen to paper. Before the connection, you did not put pen to paper the way you were supposed to. So somebody could be learning this hard lesson. Now, if you're an ascendant, a Gemini ascendant, you could be the attorney or the lawyer or the tax person looking at this person's situation like, damn, why you didn't come to me and put pen to paper? Or this is what you could have did, but now this is what you got to deal with, type of thing. Okay? So now somebody is scared they're going to lose their assets, their business, their house. Yeah, Five of Cup energy in reverse. It's like, yo, you got to let it go. You're going to have to let it go. And then you got to look at the laws in your state. And not even just getting married. This is like moving someone in your house and then y'all becoming common law husband and wife. You got to understand the laws. Are you in a communal state? Or I forget what the other version of it is, as far as when they talk about common law and assets and things like that. Yo, know the law before you let somebody move in and y'all get serious. Yo, protect your neck. I'm telling you. Look at this. You see this? You see this? Boom. Four of Wands. Okay. Collaboration. Nine of Cup. So this is somebody looking like, okay, let's get together and make sure we got everything straight. Because somebody want the house. I'm telling you right now, somebody want the house or they want the vacation house. Okay? Or they looking at shit like, yeah, I'm good. I'm straight. Because my man got money or my wife got money. Listen, I'm telling you, you looking like a big fat juicy dollar sign. Now, if this ain't you looking like a big fat juicy dollar sign, this is a Gemini looking at somebody like they're a big fat juicy dollar sign. Okay, see? Somebody's assuming they're gonna get your shit. But if you put that pen to paper ahead of time, they can assume all they want. You ain't gotta tell them nothing. You ain't gotta tell them that you got your shit in a holding company. You ain't gotta tell them that you got your shit in your mom. You ain't got to tell nobody none of that. That could just be between you, your attorney, and whomever you put the assets in, whether you do it in a holding company or whether you put it in a family member's name. The person you dealing with and dating with don't gotta know all that. You ain't gotta tell them shit. That's your shit. Now, if y'all get married or y'all get together and then y'all decide to go buy a house, then that's something different. Then yes, you want to be honest and upfront with your partner and disclose what's going on. But that's something that y'all got together. So when y'all go through a separation or divorce, that's what is going to be looked at. They can't touch the other stuff that was yours that you already solidified legally. They can't touch that. They can only touch what y'all made once y'all got together. And that's the way you want it. So see, you got somebody who's assuming shit, looking around, seeing what you got, assuming what you got going on, and then they want to try to, yep, that's confirmation. My alarm just went off. See, gutless. Now, I don't know if somebody's afraid to get somebody to sign a prenup. They're afraid to tell this person, look, you got to sign this paperwork because they're afraid this person will walk away. That could be what's going on too. But listen, if they care about you, they're gonna be with you regardless. It shouldn't have nothing to do with that. But people be playing games, and that's when you know. Okay? So for some of y'all, you may be afraid that this is not going, you ain't gonna be able to build a legacy with this person. You ain't gonna be able to, this might be the one you want. You know what I'm saying? But they not playing the game fair. So they not gonna sign no prenup. I wish you would tell me you ain't gonna sign no prenup. I don't give a fuck how much I care. I don't give a fuck. No. Because if you really cared, you wouldn't want to put me in a position where if in the end we're going to split up, that you would want to take some shit that I own, that I worked for. If you cared about me, why would you want to do that to me? Like, come on, man. You see what I'm saying with this bullying? You see what I'm saying? This person think they're going to come in and just do whatever they want, get whatever they want from you. Like they're going to bully you around. Man, look. Don't be a sucker for love. Don't be a sucker for love. I'm hearing Tupac, sucker for love. Boundaries. Exactly. Put them shits in place. Protect your neck. And if you don't know what I'm saying, it's a song by Wu-Tang where they say protect your neck. I think it's an actual song, but they do say it in one of the songs. Let me Google and see if it's an actual song called Protect Your Neck. But that's where I get it from. Patience. Everything will unfold in divine timing. You're going to find out what this person's intentions are. Yeah, it's called Protect Your Neck. Wu-Tang. Okay? You're gonna find out what this person's if they really true to you or if they just with you because of what you got. So, and it's gonna be a spiritual lesson for you. So some of y'all might already be going through this. Okay, and this could have been a lesson that you learned or had to learn. Libra season coming up. So I don't know if you going through a divorce, going through a separation, or if you're, trying to get this person to sign something and they giving you a difficult time about it, or you have a conversation and you bring it up and they acting like they don't want to sign no paperwork, they don't want to put pen to paper, and you afraid to ask them to put pen to paper because you afraid to lose them, all of that type of stuff. For some of y'all, that's what you're dealing with, or you got a friend or a family member who is. Harmony. Yeah, see, you want harmony. Okay? Harmony is this person working with you. All right? And that's balance, peace, and happiness. And how can you get that if your partner is on some other shit? Intimacy. Okay, so it could be the sex between you two or the intimacy, the way you two connect. They may have you open and they know it. Okay? But when this person gets salty and bitter, or for some of y'all, they already got salty and bitter, and now this is a spiritual lesson you got to learn because you're dealing with a gutless ass bully, or you was gutless and didn't ask them for a prenup, and now they bullying your ass in the court. Okay, this could be a shitty lawyer you got too with this King of Sword energy in reverse. You could have a shitty ass lawyer. So for some of y'all on another level, maybe somebody passed away and left you some property, and you got a lawyer here who is really stringing out the situation here. Now, like an example could be, say you got a house left to you, and you got siblings, right? It could be like, so you're one, and then maybe you and your siblings are estranged. Y'all don't really speak like that. Y'all know who each other is, but now that your people's passed away and left y'all a house, all y'all names is on a deed. So it could be three of y'all whose names is on the deed. Two of y'all are around, one of y'all is not, and nobody don't know where the other one is. So the lawyer could be, telling you, okay, well, I'm gonna put some energy out and I'm gonna see if we can find out where this person is, because y'all want to sell the house, but y'all can't sell it till you find the other person who's on the deed, the other sibling. So you don't know if the other sibling, you never met them, you just know and heard of the other sibling. So the lawyer's like, okay, well, I'm gonna put pen to paper and find out. I'm gonna put the walk out there and find out where this person is at. It's been a year and a half, and they still can't find this person. So in the meantime, you still paying this month. You still paying this damn lawyer. Why after a year and a half you can't find out what's going on and where this person at? And some people, they don't question that shit. They just understand, well, probate takes a long time and da 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 da. Well, listen, you could have took your own money and went and got a private investigator. And that private investigator could have found something out probably in 3 months. Is the person dead? Are they where? If they are, where are they? You understand what I'm saying? How would it take a year and a half to find out where somebody at? Come on now. I'm sorry. You could hire a private investigator. It might cost you a little more, but at least you ain't got a lawyer on retainer for a whole year and a half because that's what you're waiting on because you want to sell a house. Come on, man. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Let me know. But I just don't. So the lawyer could be on some bullshit. They could be trying to bully you, okay? Assuming that because you don't know. We have addict here. So some of y'all are dealing with somebody with some tendencies. Maybe this is why you and this person split up. Okay. Maybe this lawyer's feeding off you because that's what they get their addict off of. They need, I don't know. But there's some addictive energy here. That could be a part of the reason why maybe y'all split up or separated. Yeah, friend. So Gemini, you deal with the friendship energy. Okay, so you could have a friend who's going through this, okay, or this person, you and this person may have started off as friends, okay, or maybe you need to slow down and really get to know this person and be friends. But I feel like with this Sagittarius energy, this person got their eye on you, okay? This is your opposite polarity. But Sagittarius is also about wisdom. So realizing that maybe he was targeted, okay, this person may have purposely targeted you. And this is a spiritual lesson. So it's like, maybe you're salty about it because you just didn't realize what was going on or what happened or something like that. All right, but this is what I got for you. I know one thing, you better protect your neck. Later.